John Weber in the Lowcountry. Today I am in Oldfield with Laura Lyons Karrh, who works with Stanley Martin Homes, a very successful home builder in this area. If you're interested in the Stanley Martin Homes and the different incentives and the program Laura's got here in Oldfield, please stay tuned because we're going to get into the nitty-gritty. I am here right now with Laura Lyons Karrh, who is the sales representative for Stanley Martin Homes in Oldfield. You don't handle any other areas, right?
Nope, just Oldfield. Just Oldfield, yeah.
And this is an amazing story, actually, because this particular area in Oldfield kind of sat here for quite a few years, a few houses here and there, but you came in with Stanley Martin, and how many houses have you sold?
So Stanley Martin came in, bought up some home sites in here in Lakeside Village about 4 years ago, and to date we've sold a little over 60 homes and home sites as a package. We only sell as a package, and we are down to actually our final 35 home sites, both in Lakeside Village and a section that we call Arrowhead because it's on Lake Arrowhead.
And how long have you been with Stanley Martin?
About 3.5 years.
And before that, what were you doing?
Before that, I was with a custom home builder in the area.
Okay.
So built in many of the high-end custom neighborhoods like Oldfield.
So selling a house lot package, pick, here's the plan, pick a lot out type of thing. Okay.
Well, what we're trying to do these days is actually shorten the amount of time you have to wait for your home to be ready. So now we're actually, because we're kind of in closeout, we've already identified which homes are going to go on which home sites, which has the best rear view, which has the best front view. So we've already figured that out, and we're taking the homes all the way through Architectural Review Committee with Oldfield, and all the way through permit. So once we get to permit stage, we are now releasing them, which means building your home, instead of taking 18 months to 2 years, is now going to take somewhere between 8 to 12 months typically. Okay. Although sometimes we do have homes that are ready much quicker than that.
And what is the model's name that you're sitting in right now? This
is our Seabury model. Okay. It's a wonderful, amazing model. It's what we kind of call a modern version of a Charleston single, which basically means we've got these wonderful wraparound porches, we've got great front views and great side views, and this home has actually a 2-story wraparound front porch. So, but many of our homes, home plans are from our Charleston division, so they all have that beautiful historic charm on the exterior, fully operable shutters, 10-foot ceilings, a lot of great features. But when you come inside them, they're modern open floor plans that are really meant for the way everyone wants to live today.
Right. Right, exactly. Like the kitchen behind me, opening up to the family room and the eating area and everything else. Tell us a little bit about Stanley Martin.
Stanley Martin is actually
They're watching, by the way, so go ahead.
Excellent. Hopefully I'll get this right.
Yeah.
56-year-old company, started back in the Maryland, D.C. area. We now build from Maryland, D.C. all the way down to Florida. They have acquired companies, so we are now a national builder. We're on track this year to sell about 4,000 homes. So great company, great quality. They have been just wonderful to work for.
And locally, you've got Oldfield with Stanley Martin, and they also are building homes in Berkeley Hall,
yes,
right?
They're also
Any other places around here?
For right now, those are the only 2 places we're building in, but we hope to expand more in the future.
Okay. So people come into the model right here, and you help them and explain what the home is and everything else. And
absolutely.
The total floor plans that you have to choose from?
We offer 6 floor plans, but since we're only releasing them as they're coming to permit, I may only have 2 or 3 floor plans released at a time. But there are overall 6 plans that range in size from 2,300 square feet to a little over 3,100 square feet. And then some of our home sites are large enough to fit on it a carriage house, or what we call a frog, finished room over the garage on the home site. That would add another almost 400 square feet, and that would be a finished room on the 2nd floor of the garage with the bathroom. So that's a wonderful feature. Many of our folks who come here because they can now work remote, both the husband and the wife.
That's been a huge thing the last couple of years.
Yeah, so the carriage house over the garage gives them an office and a little commute through the backyard.
Okay.
So a lot of folks are really interested in that, but they are very limited because we have to have a home site large enough to accommodate it.
Okay.
So
So a little bit limited because the floor plans, certain floor plans fit on certain lots, and
Right.
you have to work with all that. I know that Stanley Martin offers a lot of incentives, which we probably shouldn't really get into, because
they
if
do
somebody
change
sees
sometimes.
this video in a year, maybe you're offering something different.
Well,
I
here's
don't
one
know.
incentive that we almost always have. We do have a preferred lender. It's an affiliate company of Stanley Martin, First Heritage Mortgage, and we typically will offer closing costs if folks will work with our lender. We also offer closing costs if they work with our local lawyer here in town, which is Weeks and Irvine in Bluffton. So those two things, closing
Okay,
costs in
yeah,
South Carolina,
that's good.
typically run around 2% of your purchase price, just as a rule of thumb.
Right.
So when we offer closing costs, that can really help you cover that nut.
So if somebody falls in love with this particular model right here, and of course you know where it would go, what are the steps to a contract? How much down? All that.
Great question, John. So we try and make it as easy as possible. It's 3% of the house, the structural options, and the home site premium. And then if you get to pick a design collection, if you pick up the home before we start construction, if you go under contract before we start construction, you can pick a design collection. So once you pick a design collection, it's 20% of that design collection. And our collections range from 0. We have 4 included collections, and then we have 8 more that are upgrades. Probably our highest number, if you pick our largest house with the carriage house garage, probably somewhere, around 80,000 would be the most you would spend on upgrades.
Okay.
So those 2 deposits, and then nothing more until closing. During construction, Stanley Martin owns the home and the home site. You've put a deposit on it, but you're not paying for the whole thing. Stanley Martin is financing the build of the home, is paying the homeowner fees and dues that are in here, paying the taxes, and of course paying the insurance. You're not responsible for anything until the home is complete and ready for you to close on it. So.
She didn't stumble once during that whole thing. I think you've said it before.
I might have. Most important thing to remember, 3% down, 20% of your options. So we make it really easy for you to have somewhere to live while we're building your home.
And what about the design selections? Is there a place that they go?
There is. We have a wonderful design center in Charleston with a wonderful designer by the name of Teresa Brown. She has curated and developed all these beautiful looks for our home. So you can go meet with her, and she has samples of every collection that you can kind of go through and make up your mind. Now, a lot of our folks come from somewhere else, and not everybody has time to take off to go to Charleston in the middle of the week or the end of the week. So we can also do it virtually. We do a lot of things via Teams and Zoom calls these days to accommodate that out-of-town buyer who can't continually fly in and out.
Okay.
Although if you have a chance to fly in to eat in Bluffton or in Charleston, it's always good food.
That's good. Okay. All right. And tell us a little bit about Oldfield. You've got some incentives for Oldfield right now if they buy, I believe. But Oldfield, Greg Norman Golf Course.
Greg Norman Golf Course, fabulous sports club, which is really kind of the heart of the community. It has your workout facility, your pools. There's an outdoor zero entry pool with a water slide, only water slide in Bluffton. And then there's a screened in heated lap pool that's for our lap swimmers and our water aerobics classes. We've got 6 miles of hiking, biking, and walking trails. We've got Greg Norman Golf. The great thing about golf in Oldfield is that it's optional. Golf is not mandatory here. You can opt into the equity golf program, or you can just get every year with your base dues, about $9,600 a year, you get 10 rounds of golf every year, and that renews every year.
Which
Or you
is
can opt into
included
the equity,
in the membership.
Which is included in the
But
membership.
on the 11th round, they're good doing this to you? Like,
That's right.
We need
yes,
to talk?
Come join the equity golf course.
Okay. All right.
So, which is pretty popular in here. Oldfield is also an amazingly beautiful landscape. It is 860 acres of gorgeous rolling lawns, 200-year-old live oaks. They planned this neighborhood around the trees. So you really get the feeling that this has been here for 100 years, even though it's only about 20 years old. But it's 860 acres, but only 542 home sites. So it's really a very unique piece of property, and it's on the Okeechee River. We also have a wonderful boating center called the Outfitters Boating Center. So we have 3 very experienced boat captains who will take you out for dolphin watching, booze cruising, 10-hour deep sea fishing, a lot of wonderful things here in Oldfield. Plus, most of our lagoons and lakes within Oldfield are stocked for fishing too.
I don't even know if I could add to that. I will say this, I've brought clients through here and they just fall in love with Oldfield, and they say it blows the other places away.
Yeah.
It's got that low country look to it.
It does.
And this particular neighborhood that we're in really has that Savannah, Charleston look with the homes.
Yeah, it's a little Charleston Village.
So
Lakeside Village is our little Charleston Village.
people can hear about you and tell the gate that they want to see the model. Is that it? Or they call you or what?
They can, but it's always a great idea if they go to our website and call in for a pass, or call John and he can get you in. Our gate's a little strict. Not everybody can get in through the door. So it's always great to contact John or I in advance to try and get a gate pass to get in.
And you work with a lot of realtors,
I do,
right?
yes.
And if there's not a realtor involved with a sale, it's not any less expensive for the customer, is it?
That is correct.
So you might need a realtor, who knows? Can't think of any.
John's a great one. Knows all of the communities.
What else have I left out here? You've got 2 homes that are available standing inventory.
Yep.
And we're going to go take a look at that next.
Excellent.
And you said one of them.
One more thing I want to mention before we move on to houses is that Oldfield exempts the first-time purchaser of a builder spec home, and Stanley Martin's homes are considered spec homes because we finance the build. So you're exempt from that $28,000 transfer fee for the first buyer. My understanding is that transfer fee is going to increase significantly come January, but my homes will still be exempt. And that's
a
Oldfield
huge
exemption.
thing.
It's a huge thing. It's a great savings, great way to get in on the ground floor. So it's a one-time exemption. When you go to resell your home, your buyer will be required to pay.
And it's
that
only for the
initiation
lots
fee.
that you all have.
It's
right?
only for builder finance spec homes.
Right.
So,
Wow, that's a huge
yes.
thing. 28,000.
Yep.
Plus whatever incentives.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
so that's a
huge.
nice little savings right there.
Okay. All right. We can go take a look at the houses.
Let's go take a look at the next house.
Right.
Yeah.
And anyway, do you want to leave your contact information? We'll put it down below in the video.
Sounds good.
We'll put Laura's email and phone number and everything in the website down below in the email. Good?
Sounds good.
Okay. So I'm here with Laura. We're talking about these 2 homes right now that are inventory homes, but they have another term in the Stanley Martin company, and that is?
We call them Stanley Martin Smart Selected Homes because we have taken these all the way through the planning, the ARC, and the permitting, and even construction for these 2. So they're ready to go. They're ready for you to come see what they are and select them as your dream home and move right in.
And the square feet on this one?
So this is our Seaside F, double front porch, 2328 square feet, on the market for $724,000, $720,000. This home is going to be ready in 30 days. We just need to paint the exterior. We've already got our landscaping in, so this one's almost ready to go. It is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath home. All the bedrooms are conveniently located on the 2nd floor. Plus, on the 2nd floor, there's also a rec room, which can be a great second TV room, family room, home office. Could be a home gym, but you have the Oldfield amenities here. Most people will use those.
Okay.
And it's got an attached garage. My only home that has an oversized two-car attached garage.
Okay. And the one on this side is in the 600s, right?
Yes, so the one next door is our Seaside E model. Same model, same square footage. That one's on the market for $684,000. That one will be ready in probably late 2nd quarter. As you can see, we're getting ready to put the siding up. Same floor plan. Few less upgrades. The one behind me has a few more upgrades, double height cabinets to the ceiling, a little bit higher end finishes, and then the one next door is kind of our mid-level finishes, which are still beautiful and wonderful, just not in the house yet, but they will be in the coming months. But both are ready to put under contract now.
Do you get the incentive of the initiation and all that?
Yes, so both of these homes do qualify as being exempt from the Oldfield initiation fee of what is now $28,000. My understanding will go up to be quite a bit higher than that come January.
Okay, all right,
but they will be exempt. So.
Okay, so this video is being made at the end of 2022, but you're 30 home sales away from closeout.
We're 35 home sales away from closeout, yep.
So maybe next year you're done.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yep. Yep, we'll see how things go. We sold, I think, 4 in September, 2 last month, so we're moving along pretty quickly.
And you know, Laura's really, really busy, and a lot of people throughout the country, the mortgage rates and slowing things down and all that. This is a different market here. People are they're retiring, they're coming here to live, they're moving out of Connecticut, right? So it's
Yep,
busy.
absolutely.
It's busy all the
It's busy.
time.
It's busy.
It's
People
not crazy the way it was.
People have really figured out that if they can work remote, they can work from anywhere they want. So why not work from the amazing corner of the Lowcountry that we live in here in Bluffton?
Right.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it
so,
is.
Great
So-
weather all year.
Yeah, the nice homes sell.
The nice
That's
homes
what I
sell.
keep telling you.
And the brand new homes sell even quicker.
That's true. Warranty.
Oh, great question. We
10
do have a
year?
wonderful, we have the Builder's 210 warranty. The first year we cover all workmanship within the home. Then we cover the ductwork and electrical lines within your walls the second year, and then it's a 10-year structural warranty. So it's a great program.
Okay. That's
And then,
great.
of course, you're getting a new roof, a new HVAC. So all these things are brand new versus moving into a resale where that roof may be 20 years old and need to be replaced shortly. Everything in the home's new.
Okay, great. I'm going to go shoot some video of these homes. We'll put it in this video. I'm going to put Laura's information down below, website, email, phone number,
Sounds
all
great.
of that.
Yep.
So Stanley Martin, Laura does a great job. She really does.
Well, thank you,
So come see us in the Lowcountry. Laura will find your dream home here, and I'll be standing right next to her because you'll call me to get to Laura.
That's right.
Well, you might call Laura. It's okay. So, because her information will be down below. So come see us.
Thank you.